is Janie. Welcome back to the Bookworms Buddy. It is time for Let's Talk Authors. I was not planning on doing one already because I just kind of want to take my time on this, but I got kind of excited because I've seen a lot of people who are really starting to read Ellen Hopkins. I've seen several on BookTube that are reading. I've seen some on Goodreads that's been reading her books. So I thought, you know what? Let's make Ellen Hopkins our next Let's Talk Authors. Ellen Hopkins is one of my favorite authors. She writes her books in verse, and she is also a poet, which is probably where this stems from. But when you read one of her novels, you don't have to read the book like you're reading a poem. Because you know when you read poetry, you kind of got a rhythm to reading it. Well, you don't have to do that with her novels. It still reads like a novel. And one of the things that I like the most about Ellen Hopkins is her realism. She writes with such great realism. Now, I know we all enjoy going off into our fantasy worlds and enjoying detective books or fantasy books or, you know, post-apocalyptic or whatever. But sometimes it is good for us to get a book and read a book that is real because it wakes us up to many issues that are going on in the world today, and it makes us more aware of that and more understanding of those people who have any kind of issues, whether it's mental health issues or any other kind of issues such as, you know, abuse or that kind of stuff. And I think it's important for us to be made more aware and be more understanding of these issues that are going on. I think Ellen Hopkins brings this stuff to light in a very realistic way. And I have read, I have just about all of her books. I don't have her last book, Rumble. I don't have Rumble yet, but I really want to get that one. Rumble is on bullying, and I really want to read that one. But I think I have just about all of her books. I don't think there's any of them that I don't have besides that one. And I've read almost just as many as I've got. So it's very addicting to read Ellen Hopkins. For one, they're very fast, quick reads, but they have a lot of triggers on a lot of different things. Triggers such as, you know, cutting or rape or abuse or, you know, that kind of stuff. Those kind of issues. Lots of mental health issues and that kind of stuff. So the realism is, it's just the realism that sucks me in every time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the Ellen Hopkins books that I have, and I'll let you know the ones that I've read. She's got a lot of companion novels that go with, they're not so much series, they're more companion novels. And I've got a couple companion ones that I haven't read, so now I think I have to go back and read the original book first, and then I'll, you know, there's such a treat to read anyway that won't be a problem. So let's go look at Ellen Hopkins books. You guys can see these okay because it's really kind of dark down here. So we're going to start right down here where you see Crank, Glass, and Fallout. This is a trilogy, and this story was kind of loosely based on her own daughter and her addiction to crank. So that's those three. And then we have Impulse. And then over here is Perfect, and Perfect is the companion to Impulse. So I've read Impulse. I have not read Perfect, so I'm going to have to go back and read Impulse again. And then we've got Burned and Smoke. This is the first one, and then Smoke is the companion. Again, I read Burned. I got Smoke quite a bit later and have not read that one yet, so I'm going to have to go back and read Burned again, I think, so I can keep stuff straight. Next one we've got here is Identical. This is probably my favorite book, and look at this cover. The cover is gorgeous. This book just really had me, like, I don't know even how to explain it. I don't want to give anything away because it'd be really easy to do. So this is my favorite book. This is the one I always recommend to people when they ask me about Ellen Hopkins. I say, read Identical. It's so good. Okay, and then I'm not going to try to put that in there. And then the next one we've got here is Tricks. Also very good, and it's very, very profound. Most of these books are very profound. Okay, and then we've got these mixed around here. Let's go here to Triangles. Triangles is her adult, one of her adult books. It was okay. I think this one I rated a 3-star. I think she's better at young adult than she is at adult. So that one I rated 3 stars, or 3.5, one of those two. And then the companion to that is Tilt. Now Tilt is young adult. And the reason it's a companion is that Tilt is about the kids that you read about in here. The kids of the adults that you're reading about in here. So I'm really looking forward to reading Tilt. I don't think I'm going to have to read Triangles again, because that one I can remember quite a bit. That was one of the later ones that I read. So we'll see. Maybe I'll read it again. I don't know. And then the last one we've got here is Collateral by Ellen Hopkins. And this one made me kind of angry. This one's her other adult one. And this one is a man who goes to fight overseas. And I think he's deployed like 3 times. And it's just their relationship and what they go through, him and his girlfriend and that kind of stuff. So it kind of made me angry. I think I only rated it a 3 star, maybe 3.5 or 4. I'm not for sure. But again, pretty profound in parts of this book. I think a lot of her books are really profound and like I said before, so realistic. And yeah. So those are all the books I think she has besides Rumble. I don't know if she's got any poetry books yet. I'll have to check into that. But that is the books that I have, the ones that I've read. That is Ellen Hopkins. Ellen Hopkins collection. And as I mentioned, Identical is my favorite of her books. And this is the one that I recommend. And the story itself, it's on 2 twins. And one is this way and one is this way. They're like complete opposites. And it is a book on mental health. And it was just so profound. And I was like, whoa, when I read that book. Especially when I got towards the end of the book. It was fantastic. It's one of my favorites. So that's the one I always recommend for people to start with. But really, any of her books are fantastic. And when I get to Rumble, I will do a review on that. I probably have some reviews on these books somewhere on BookTube, but I'm probably not going to go fish through there. You guys can fish through there and try and find them. So that is my Let's Talk author for this week on Ellen Hopkins. If you've read any of Ellen Hopkins, or if you're interested in reading her stuff, comment below. Let me know what you like, if you didn't like, or what have you. Thanks guys for staying tuned, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.